What's up, guys? Brian Grant of ContestChampion.com here, and I'm very sorry for all of you who are watching my Realm of Legends video series. I know it's just getting up to the juicier fights, and I will get back to that next video, but I felt like the Alliance Quest changes here posted by Kabam Mike on the forums are important enough to talk about. Originally, I wasn't even planning on talking about this, but or making a video about it, but because they actually posted this yesterday, and I thought everyone was just going to be jumping for joy, saying this is, the best update, thanking Kabam and all that good stuff. But people are freaking out, and I feel like they don't need to be. So that's what I want to make this video about, is kind of to put people's minds at ease that it's not what people think. They're freaking out about these increased costs to enter the maps, but it's really not that bad. And I will just summarize this entire post real quick for those of you who haven't read it. Basically, they are changing the reward structure. They're changing the payouts for the individual map crystals. They're introducing fragments for Tier 1 and Tier 2 Alpha crystals, or catalysts, I'm sorry. And Kabam is outright saying that the Tier 2 Alpha fragments that you get will not be a significant amount. It's not going to allow you to upgrade your 5-star champions very quickly. They're also saying that the new map that they added, Map 6, is going to be so difficult that as the week goes on, you might only be able to complete it once or twice before the difficulty is just too intense for your alliance to complete. And that eventually alliances will be able to complete it all after they upgrade their champions. Personally, I love that they did this. I love that they added content that is so difficult that they're saying, people may not be able to complete it, because that really gives a good race for the top alliances in the game to see who can be the first alliance to complete Map 6 all 5 days. So that's going to be awesome to see. But let's talk about this actual cost and why it's not so bad. I have a little spreadsheet here. Oh, also they're changing the conversion rates here. So let's say you didn't want to donate loyalty and you wanted to pay units instead to donate that loyalty. They made it a lot better for you. So it's going to be you can donate 100 loyalty per unit. So one unit donates 100 loyalty. That sounds pretty incredible to me. All right, but let's get to my spreadsheet real quick here. All right, so here's my spreadsheet, and maybe it's not the cleanest thing ever, but I'll go over what all these numbers mean. First off, this is the cost per alliance quest, and this is what these numbers are taken directly from Kabam's little post there. Also, the unit cost, if you're donating to get into the alliance quests, these are the actual costs. Just a little breakdown here, again taken from Kabam, and this is per quest. This is you would have to donate this amount 5 times, or pay this cost 5 times per cycle of alliance quest to get in all 5 days. So, and here's the thing: people mistaken the alliance cycle, or at least when they're calculating. I feel like everybody knows it's an 8-day cycle, right? 5 days on, 3 days off. But people, when they're doing the calculations, they think of it as a 7-day cycle. And I want to show you just how big of a difference that actually means. So people will take this number here if they're doing Map 6, right? And this is 3 million gold. You divide that by 30 members, and that comes out to only 100,000 gold per person, right? But you do have to donate that 5 times. So it would be 500,000 gold, and people think it's 500,000 gold per week. No, that's incorrect. It's actually 437,500 gold per week per person, because of the 8-day cycle, not 7-day cycle that Alliance Quest is. So I have this number here, this chart here, breaking down the actual per day of what you need to donate, but this may confuse people, so you can kind of just ignore this chart, because this does include off days as well. So this is basically would be the total cost divided by 8, divided by 30 or whatever. So you can skip this chart, and we'll just come down to the actual weekly cost here. This is what people are actually concerned about. And first off, well, actually, let's say this first. I want to skip Map 4 as well to keep this video a little bit short, because people are mostly concerned about Maps 5 and Map 6. So let's talk about Map 5 first. And whoops, let's go into loyalty first, because a lot of people are complaining about the loyalty. They're saying, I want to be able to save for unstoppable classes. I only get 1,000 loyalty per day, and then a little bit from these events, and then from the Alliance Wars and stuff like that. Yeah, great. Save that loyalty. If I were you, I would never donate any loyalty to my alliance ever. What I would do instead is go up to this new little conversion thing up here and see, oh look, I can donate 100 loyalty per unit. Perfect. So my 11,000 loyalty for map 5 comes out to 110 units per week, and my loyalty is covered. And I can still save up for Unstoppable Colossus. 110 units is like absolutely nothing. Yeah, if you get all of your units from the from paying money, then yeah, it adds up over time. But the game gives you units. You're going to get these units so easily from getting a couple of arena milestone rewards and questing and solo events and stuff like that, that 110 units is absolutely nothing. Okay, so what about battle chips then? 37,000 battle chips just to get into map 5, that sounds like a lot, right? For 1 week, it's really not that much. Let's talk about this. These are the numbers that I have for the 2-star champion arena that, some people refer to as the 3-star arena, whatever. This is the lesser of the arenas, right? And I have screenshots here. These are not just guessing numbers that I made. I have a screenshot here showing that it takes me a 46 win streak to get all milestones. And I have this screenshot because I was comparing a really poor mastery setup to a decent one. This 46 win streak is not including suicide mastery, so if you have those, you can probably do this in even lower of a win streak, maybe like a 44 to 45 win streak. Regardless, let's just call it 46 win streak for the average mastery setup, right? So that comes out to 138 individual fights because it's 46 times 3. The total time it takes to get a 46 win streak is 4 30-minute play sessions. And this is including loading time. This is including everything. Because if we took out loading time, yeah, it'd be much quicker. But including loading time, this is an accurate number. This is actually what I spend in the arena to get this milestone, or get all the milestones. So you also get 110 battle chips per win, per individual fight, because every time you win a series of 3, you get 300 battle chips. Then you also get 10 at the end of each fight, just for winning that fight. So it comes down to 110 battle chips per win. So 138 times 110 equals 15,000 battle chips, plus the 6,000 you get from completing all of the milestones, which brings your total to 21,000 battle chips. Now this is only half of the week. You do this twice a week and you get 42,000 battle chips. And of course we have to double the amount of time cost as well, but we're talking about going from 2 hours to 4 hours. So if you play 4 hours a week of arena, you can afford to get into one of the most difficult maps in the entire game. I understand that not everybody has 4 hours a week to be able to do this, but I feel like that is such a low amount of time for a game like this where your time matters and how efficiently you use that time. These are all things that are factored in. I mean, imagine playing an MMO game and complaining that you don't have 4 hours a week to do something. Imagine playing like World of Warcraft or something like that, and you're in a top guild in that game, and you don't have 4 hours a week to play. Like these games are designed to take a specific amount of time investment from you. So 4 hours a week, I feel like, is so minimal. Most people, if you're doing map 5, you should really be able to play this 4 hours per week to get that battle chip cost there. So let's talk about the gold, because the gold here, let's round this up to 120,000 gold. I don't know what the actual reward for completing map 5 is as far as your gold return on it. I hear it's a pretty significant amount of this gets paid just from completing map 5, but I don't know the exact number, so I can't talk about that. What I can talk about, though, is that I get about 200,000 gold per week just from spending my daily energy questing and, doing decently well in the solo events. And what I mean by doing decently well in the solo events, I just mean the actual gold that they give you. Also the milestones for arena and just a couple other sources of gold. But I'm not even talking about opening up the gold crystals, and I'm not talking about spending battle chips on arena crystals. If I was doing that, I would be getting way more gold. But even without those things, I get about 200,000 gold per week. That's more than this gold cost here to get in. And yes, part of the argument is that you do have to spend gold to upgrade champions and do other things in the game. And yeah, fine, but you could. There's other sources to get gold. There are a lot of people out there that gold doesn't matter to them because they play enough arena and stuff like that where, they're able to cover these gold costs pretty easily. Now let's talk about map 6, because the prices do go up here. Let's start off with loyalty again. Again, I would never donate any of my loyalty. I don't care if this was 50,000 loyalty per week, because at the end it doesn't come out to be that much. So let's round this up to 30,000. 30,000 loyalty. You're spending 300 units per week to cover your loyalty cost, and you can still save for unstoppable Colossus. Perfect. Case closed. 300 units per week for a top alliance in the game should be absolutely nothing. I make more than this, and I'm in one of the most casual alliances that you can possibly imagine. So I'm getting this just from milestone rewards in arena and solo events. Not even talking about the units I get from opening up arena crystals or anything like that. So let's talk about the battle chips then. 73,000 battle chips per week. Okay, is that a lot? Well, no. I mean, if you can get this amount per week from the 2-star arena, imagine what you can get if you do, if you get some of the milestones from the 3 and 4-star champion arena as well. Now, I don't play as much as the top alliances do. I play more than the average person. I play about 3 hours a day, right? So we're talking a little bit over 20 hours a week, about 21 hours per week. And I pull in about I pull in over 125,000 battle chips per week. And the reason I know this number is because I released a video a few weeks back in June showing spending 700,000 battle chips on arena crystals. I've gained back that amount completely, and just running those numbers, it comes out to be over 125,000 battle chips per week. And some of these weeks I didn't even play. I didn't even get the 3-star champion or anything like that because I was so busy making videos and stuff like that. So 125,000 battle chips a week. That's what I'm getting. I would be able to cover this cost and still gain 50,000 battle chips every single week. And like I said, I'm not the most intense arena grinder. I've never gotten the 4-star featured champion. I've never even come close to that. I've only gotten the 4-star basic champion twice. One, just for those of you, this is kind of a aside to these number crunching. For those of you who follow my personal progression in this game, you saw the one video, but then I also have a screenshot here where I was able to get the 4-star Black Panther a couple weeks back. I didn't make a video about that, but here's a screenshot of that. Okay, back to these numbers. This costs 73,000 battle chips per week. If you're in the top alliances, you should be able to afford this. It's not that bad. The gold, we don't know how much gold you get back for completing map 6. But again, I would be able to cover this gold cost, and I am not a top alliance member, you know. And if I can cover it, then so can you guys too. Like, I get it. You're not going to have as much of an overflow of gold, but the increased rewards that you're getting are so worth it. We don't know what they are yet completely, and I imagine that once you guys are actually getting those rewards, you'll be like, oh yeah, no, this is totally better. I'm playing maybe a little bit more each day, but I'm getting so many rewards, you know, like it has to be worth it. So, all right, just to kind of summarize this, the loyalty costs, guys, I wouldn't donate loyalty. Just donate units. Save up for those unstoppable Colossuses, or Colossi. Is that the multiple of that? Is that the plural, I mean? Battle chips. Guys, if you're doing map 5, you can get this just from hitting all the milestones in the 2-star champion arena. This is not that bad. And for those of you doing map 6, yeah, you're going to have to get some of the milestones in the 3 and 4-star champion arena too. But you can do it. You can absolutely do it. And the gold, yeah, maybe you will have a little bit less gold for upgrading champions. Maybe you will have to make a decision there to upgrade or donate. I don't know. I don't know exactly how bad it is, but it's definitely affordable. And that's going to do it for this one, guys. Hopefully these numbers put your minds at ease a little bit. If you're doing map 5 right now, it shouldn't be that hard to continue to afford map 5. And even if you have to take a step down, even if you don't want to put that much time into this game anymore, if you're starting school and you want to, you know, drop down a few maps lower, you're probably still going to get just as good rewards, if not better, than what you were getting last season. So, hopefully you enjoyed this one. I'll get back to Realm of Legends in my next video. Thanks for watching.